Welcome, everyone. Jason Alexander here, reporting live from the studio at Silver Rock, right here in the Woodlands, Texas. And look, before we get started, a few very special thank yous to our family, friends, and Carlton Woods members for making this dream a reality. What an opportunity for us, and we really thank you to the moon and back. Team, we're here. Might as well let it fly. So let's kick the tires and light the fires. Because if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do the Pro Show. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Sports Desk. Let's get steamy right out of the gate with hot takes, where we're going to head up I-45 north to Old Big D and check in with America's team. Now look, everybody knows this is the time of the year to hang out with family, maybe enjoy your favorite beverage as you bring in the new year, and have the Dallas Cowboys remind all their fans that this year might just be a little different. Now here's my take. How about a little bit more Zeke? Now, is he the sensational running back we drafted out of Ohio State in 2016? No, but he's closer now than he has been in 2 years. How about a lot more Tony Pollard? He needs to touch the ball 25 to 30 times a game come January. And look, we all love him, but how about a little bit less Dak? We put this all together, and I'll tell you what, for the first time in a long time, maybe, just maybe, this year might be just a little bit different. On to the baseball diamond next, and former Astros ace and Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander. Now, here's my question. What's most important? Money? Legacy? Playing ball with your friends? I don't know. I guess it probably depends on how much money you have, what you want your legacy to be, and how much you like your buddies. That's probably a tweener and a blend of all three. Now, here's my question. JV arrived a few years back as kind of a high-end rental. 4 World Series appearances, 2 rings, a Cy Young, and now he bolts for the Mets. Look, if he'd have stayed in Houston, there's no doubt he would go down as a Houston sports icon forever. But after bolting for the Big Apple, I think in 20 years we might look back and remember JV just how he showed up as a high-end rental. Justin, go enjoy your time with Max and Carlos. We're going to miss you. But I think you might be missing us just a little bit more come October. To finish, let's head to the Rocky Mountains and check in with the Colorado Buffaloes and their new head coach, primetime Deion Sanders. Now, what I don't understand is any of the hate from Jackson State, like any of it. You had a brush with greatness. Coach Prime came in, built a culture for the next head coach to carry on into the future, and now he wants to go to Colorado. This is like asking Derek Jeter to stay and play for the Columbus Clippers in AAA and not go play for the Yankees. Now let's head to Boulder, where they've had 1 winning season in the last 17 years, and here comes Deion Sanders. If, and I think it's more of when, he does turn this program around, he'll solidify himself as the high-stepping, high-profile cornerback that wowed us on the football field for over 14 years, and also one heck of a football coach. Lincoln Riley, you might not have the shiny new program in the Pac-12 much longer. As Coach Prime says, we coming. Best of luck to Deion and the Buffaloes in 2023. And those are your hot takes. Whew. Hey, is anybody ready to veg out? Look, we all get busy with life in some form or fashion, but sometimes we just want to get comfy, jump on the couch, and veg out. Well, lucky for us, we've got the smart, gorgeous, and simply fantastic Miss Deion joining us today. She's going to coach us all up on what to watch on the tube. Miss Deion, welcome to the Pro Show.
Thank you for having me. Can you believe we're here?
I can't believe it. This is absolutely wild, Deion. I tell you what. But I will tell you this. I'm ready to veg. So what do we have coming up first?
The first 2 are parts of the Untold series on Netflix. The first one, Operation Flagrant Foul. This follows the former NBA referee Tim Donaghy, as he was caught betting on his own games.
Oh my goodness, and I tell you, this took place when I was growing up during the Jordan era, so it was a huge story. Please check this one out. It's worth the watch. All right, what do we have coming up next?
Next is The Girlfriend Who Did Not Exist. I know, what a title. This follows the former linebacker of Notre Dame, Manti Te'o, as he's in his Heisman campaign, senior year.
Notre Dame, English accent, I tell you what. But I will tell you this, when I watched The Girlfriend That Didn't Exist, the backstory is just scintillating. Please check this one out. It is definitely worth your time. And what do we have to close on YouTube?
Closing on YouTube. Now, we all know Peyton Manning and his shtick, but his brother Eli may have topped him on this one. Please watch
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers.
He goes to Penn State as a walk-on. Yes. The makeup artists do just an amazing job. It's about 5.5, 6 minutes on YouTube. You got to check this one out. Eli, over the top.
10 out of 10, recommend.
Right here. You heard it first from Miss Deanna. Look, if you get stumped, you can check out Friday Night Lights. Check in with Coach Eric Taylor, Matt Sayers, and Tim Riggins, and the crew. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Can't beat it. All right, now it's time for our Pro Show Game of the Week. Let's send it out to Dan Fairway. Good evening. I'm Dan Fairway with our Pro Show's Game of the Week, reporting from Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida, standing next to this exquisite statue constructed for Mr. Daniel Marino for selling the most pairs of isotoner gloves in 1991. Well deserved. On to our showdown. The New England Patriots come to town, led by quarterback Mackenzie Jones and coach Bill Belichick, take on the Miami Dolphins and star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Miami will try to snap a 4-game losing streak and keep their fantasy alive of making the wild card NFL playoffs. Oh, hello. Young man I met earlier said his name was Tariq. He must be a trainer. He's a little guy. Back to the game. Miami will be receiving 2.5 points on the Vegas spread. I've currently sold 3 of my Christmas gift cards, and I'm currently looking to sell the 4th for 50 cents on the dollar to the Olive Garden to lay it all on Miami. We'll see. Weather at kickoff is going to be a brisk 19 degrees. Must be a cold front blowing in. It's 81 right now. What? We're in the wrong state. Is this amateur hour? The game's in New England. Cannot lose this job. I have 13 kids. Dan Fairway, Pro Show, Game of the Week. Dan, get your butt to New England. In the VIP, Future Stars and Tommy Peppercorn after the break. Ooh.
Emotion swirling in Pittsburgh like the snow overhead. 10th play of the drive for the Steelers. Trailing by 4 with 50 seconds to play. Pickett catches the snap, throws over the middle, caught! Pickens! Touchdown! Touchdown Pittsburgh! They've taken the lead! A throw right down the seam! Pickens all alone! 14 yards!
Texas in general has great values, stands for the right things, is willing to fight for the right things, and I would love to live in a place like that. But I do love the beauty of topography and nature. It's peaceful and full of tranquility. That's why I live here at Chambers Creek. With every project, the highlight of the project ends up becoming the people that you get to work with. Fred Caldwell and the Caldwell companies and everybody who makes up this team is truly remarkable. You have this team of people who are pulling together to plan, to strategize, to create a vision, and then to implement, to construct. Eventually you get to a finished product, and then when the thing is over, you're sad because you have to leave. You don't get this kind of feeling of family in many places, but that's what you have here.
Welcome back. I'm Keaton Kroll, and I couldn't be more excited to be a part of the Pro Show Sports with all of you. Coming up next, we have our Future Stars segment featuring Coach Tanner Field and the Woodlands Christian Academy's basketball team. Coach Field has a great message to share with all of us about how he prepares his athletes to compete on the floor, but also how he prepares them for life. Let's send it to Consummate Pro.
All right, team, Pro Show on property, about to head into practice. I got to tell you, basketball, one of my big passions growing up. I was kind of a short, overweight kid. My dad was principal of the high school in Belleville, Texas, and we spent hours upon hours in that old gym stroking threes. So to go with the boys, maybe get a couple shots up here this afternoon, might remind him of old Pistol Pete Maravich. Flick the finger down, never forget. Come on, let's go check it out.
Yeah, so we have kind of a really unique structure that we've created. I'll give the credit to my wife. You know, when I got back into coaching 10 years ago, she said, you got to do more than just coach basketball. We need to have a lasting impact on these young men. And so we kind of tell people we're in the business of building husbands and fathers. And we do that in a real strategic way.
Get there! Grab! Rotate! Get there! Hands up! Good. Hey, I would rather you just elevate. Like you do this line. Let it go up there.
Thank you to Coach Field and the whole Woodlands Christian Academy's basketball team. Good luck the rest of this season. Now, I hope you're ready, because it's time to enter the VIP. Welcome to the VIP with myself, Keat on the Beat, and joined by none other than, for the past 2 years, the most decorated Pee Wee flag football coach in the area, Coach Call.
Thank you, Keaton.
Absolutely. Now let's waste no time here, okay? We need 3 winners and 3 winners only, Coach Call. It's all I ask, and that's why you're here with me today. We're going straight down to the Fiesta Bowl, Glendale, Arizona, where we got Michigan laying 7.5 to TCU Horned Frogs.
Well, Keaton, this is a really simple game. The boys from the Big Ten, the Big House, are going to cover in a big way and bring us home that money bag.
I like it. Michigan minus 7.5 is the pick. I know you can relate from the past couple of years, losing 4 years ago, just like Michigan lost last year. They're going to come out strong, fire, win the ball game, and cover the 7.5.
Correct.
Now we're going to the Peach Bowl. Peach Bowl, Ohio State versus Georgia. Ohio State's catching 6.5 here.
In a very unpopular opinion, the Big Ten is going to cover both games on Saturday. Ohio State, hang on Sloopy with Brutus, is going to cover the 6.5. High chance that they might even win this game and have an all Big Ten national championship. Sorry, SEC and Big 12 fans, but that's just the way it is.
I like the pick, Ohio State plus 6.5. Watch out for C.J. Stroud to put himself on a showcase. He has one more game to prove himself. Bryce Young might not be that number 1 pick to the Houston Texans. Now down to the Cotton Bowl, Texas. We're coming down to the Cotton Bowl here. We got the Tulane Green Waves catching 2 versus the USC Trojans and the Heisman Trophy winner.
That's
a little
correct.
bit strange here, don't you agree?
That's correct, Keaton. This line should be at least 10 points. So all you real gamblers out there, take the points, We're going to ride the green wave, and we're going to cover and actually win the game. So green wave +2.
I like it. A little bit trap bet in my opinion. We got running back Tyjae Spears for the Green Wave. Watch out, he's going to break at least 2 touchdowns. AAC leading rusher. Other than that, we're done here. For myself, Keith on the Beat, and Coach Call, we want to wish you a Happy New Year. Take those picks, cash the tickets. Don't spend all the money in one place. From now, we're going to send it to Jason.
Stay disciplined, Jason.
Coach Call, please don't give me a Packer drill. I promise. I'm disciplined. Go get on Fairway. He's the one selling his Christmas gift cards. All right, team. Now it's time for what everybody wants. And it's what everyone needs. If you want to hit it like old Tommy P. Let's send it out to the club at Carlton Woods Fazio and catch up with Mr. Peppercorn. Well, hello everyone. Tommy Peppercorn here with your Tommy tip. Now I'm 6'2", 199 pounds of prime real estate, and I'm for sale. Here's your tip. We want to talk about perpendicular vertebral inclination. Now, some instructors call this spine angle, and we don't need much. We just need a little fingertip of it now, kind of like old Mama Peppercorn. When I was growing up, put a little fingertip of that cinnamon in my White Russians. Yeah, just a little bit, a skosh. All right, now if we'll do this, going into hitting a driver and keep it through our backswing, we're gonna glide and slide right through impact. This is what it should look like here. Little inclination, come out. Oh, baby. Now, you do that, you'll be hitting piss missiles like T-Pep. We'll see you next time around. Tommy, out. "6'2", 199 pounds of prime real estate. How about that old Tommy Peppercorn? Austin and Friends and Bumper Tips coming up.
Hey, welcome guys. Nice to have somebody in for the Pro Show. Welcome to Cowboy Kia. My name is Mark Compton. We offer the best deals in town. We offer black tie service. We're blue jean friendly. We want to see you in a Kia. Come on down, bring a friend, shake a hand, and make a deal. Cowboy, baby!
Hey, welcome to Conroe Golf Cars. I'm Kurt Maddox. We've been here since 1974. 48 years of selling golf carts, repairing golf carts, working on golf carts, renting golf carts. You can do whatever you want. Come see us and get your cocktail cart or your golf cart at Conroe Golf Cars.
I'm Marvin Fairway, Dan's oldest son, and I will be attending Texas A&M University in the fall. And I'd like to thank Jason for giving my dad a job to pay for my college.
How about Monette Smith with PR Luxury? She's going to join us for episode 2 of the Pro Show here in a couple of weeks. How lucky are we? I've got Miss Dion here joining me for this segment, which is very near and dear to our hearts. As many of you know, my son Austin has a rare genetic disorder called Soto syndrome. He's a special needs child, and with this new platform we have here at the Pro Show, we're going to build a foundation called Austin and Friends. More information to come on that, and we're all looking forward to this so much. Dion, what do you think?
I think this is amazing. Austin is such a big part of my life, and I'm to him. I'm so happy we're doing this.
I am too. Let's please meet Kevin Harrell, one of Austin's friends.
Kevin's always played golf since I've known him.
Well, Kevin's always been part of the family. It just hadn't been one-on-one. He's now our bonus son.
Kevin got chosen to go to World Games. I know his mother would be very proud of him. Very proud.
My life about golf. vision to the fairway, which direction we go.
Now that Davey's golfing with Kevin, they go 2 times a week.
Yeah, at least two
times a week. And
I'm definitely doing something I've never done before.
so
I love play golf. I love sports. I love the Astros and the Rockets. And I love everything in my life. My partner here, Davey, he doesn't know about golf.
I do not.
What an amazing day out at the club at Carlton Woods Fazio to meet and get to hang out with Kevin Harrell, Pam, and Davey. Amazing story. And we're going to be sure to follow Kevin on his journey to Germany to represent the United States of America in the World Games this summer. Dion, what do you think?
I think this is great. I can't wait.
We got more stories to come. But for right now, let's send it to me for bumper tips. All right, team, welcome to another scintillating and sensational edition of Bumper Tips. First off, though, we've got to talk about news coming out of Augusta, Georgia. Fred Ridley is allowing everybody that's qualified for this year's Masters to play, including live golfers. So can you imagine the storylines we're going to have that second Sunday in April coming down the stretch at the Masters? I can't wait. All right, on to your tip. Let's talk about releasing the golf club a little bit. I see a lot of people that really hold on to this angle too long through the hit. Some of that's caused by an outside path. So 2 things. Let's make sure that we point the grip part. Imagine you have a little flashlight on the grip end of this thing. Let's get it right down our target line when we reach our right hip. We're doing all this in slow motion, okay? And now let's feel like this club head starts to release. We'll have a little shaft lean, and then it releases through the hip. Easy way to feel this is split grip, okay? Put your left hand on top, right hand down by the steel, and just take a couple little rehearsal swings. You'll really start to feel how that left arm works down through impact. So then put both hands back on. Let's see if we can replicate it. I think you'll be on your way. Hey, thank you for watching the Pro Show. We're going to send it to break. We'll catch y'all very soon.
Hey, Joe Newcomb here with Truth Entertainment. Big fan of the Pro Show. Can't wait to bring all of our movies to you in 2023. We're going to have a great time.
Hey, Fred Gallucci, Mercedes-Benz of the Woodlands, and we are so excited to be friends of the Pro Show. Let's go.
What a guest we have up next. 4,672 strikeouts, 2 World Series rings, 7 Cy Young Awards, the most all time. He's the Rocket, Roger Clemens. Rocket, welcome to the Pro Show and the 1 or 2 hard-hitting questions.
Pro, listen, I got to tell you, what an honor. You know, first show out of the gate. I mean, I feel like, you know, this is equivalent to the Academy Awards, Golden Globes, something like that. You know, I'm overwhelmed right now, so I'm going to try and get through this best I can.
All right, Rocket. Alamo Bowl versus Washington tonight. We should see Quinn Ewers throwing it around the yard just a little bit. Bijan opting out, heading to the draft. What's your take on the game and the direction that Coach Sark has the program headed?
Yeah, I mean, and if I was Bijan, I'd probably do the same thing. You know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a meaningless game, but some guys out there to showcase themselves again. And Quinn will be out there throwing it around. You know, he made a big hit with that mullet, you know, around campus. And so he's been great. Sark, which I didn't know, I went to the Alabama game a number of games back, and Sark is a huge Red Sox fan, so I was hanging out on the sidelines when he came and gave me a hug and told he and his family are big Sox fans. That was a pretty cool moment. So you're always rooting for those guys. He's bringing in some players. I know our saying's all gas, no brakes, so hopefully more gas these next couple of years, especially when we go to the SEC. So you're always rooting for them. Every time, I'm here in Houston or in Austin or wherever, I'm usually wearing the horns loud and proud.
Texas forever, no doubt. Now, we have the Manning pedigree heading to Austin, Texas this year with Arch Manning, arguably the biggest recruit since 2002, and number 10, Vince Young. What's your take on all the hype?
Pro, you're exactly right. I mean, there's a lot of hype behind him, and he's done the work to be the number one QB player, really, to come on campus since VY. So we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be some good competition. I'm not so sure he's going to redshirt. Of course, now I think the rules are you can play 4 games and maybe even a bowl game before you make a decision on being a redshirt. So I know Longhorn Nation will be watching it closely, that's for sure.
All right, we'll close here with one of our pro show favorites. Rocket, give all our fans your top 3 favorite sports movies.
Okay, I kind of knew that this was coming, Pro, so I have to go to my notes because this is too big of a deal for me. You got to put them in categories. So golf, for sure, 10 Cup. Good buddy of mine, Hollywood Dave, was in there. We call him 7 Iron. Caddyshack, you got to go with Caddyshack. And then I love The Legend of Bagger Vance. That's that. Now, if you want to get pumped up before a big game or even before a big meeting in the office, you got to go with, and you're going to probably tear up too on these too, but Rudy, Hoosiers, and Rocky #1. The very first Rocky, I mean, come on, right? Baseball, Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, and of course, I'm going to tell you Ty Cobb. A little dark, but the Rocket Man was in there. I got to play a 1916 pitcher in that movie. And then I'm also going to pump myself again. Best bowling movie, Kingpin. Look for the Rocket in there. Got a couple of earrings on. You'll dig it.
Let's hook 'em, Rocket.
Hook 'em, Pro, and you're the best. Keep it going.
Welcome to Pros Picks, where we don't mess around. It's the end of the show. I've got 3 winners for you, 2 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. Go grab Grandma's broom because we're going to sweep the board. 3-0 coming up. First game, the New York Jets -2 at the Seattle Seahawks. Look here. This comes down to the Jets offensive line dominating Seattle's defensive line. They're simply just not very good. Mike White back at the helm. That equals 3 touchdown passes. Look for Corey Davis to come out of the woodwork. Been a little silent all year. He's going to catch a bomb. Jets roll. Jets -2 is pick number 1. Moving into our second game, Carolina and Tampa Bay. Now look, Tom Brady, he better wake up and smell the coffee. I think he will. The Bucs offense explodes. Mike Evans gets involved. I also like Sam Darnold to DJ Moore, Deontay Foreman, and Chubba Hubbard on the ground for Carolina. Look, this is a 27-24 ball game either way. Not sure who's going to win, but I do like the over. 39.5. They'll score 50. Pop the over, winner number 2. And then we move into our third game. Monday Night Football. You talk about a showdown. Buffalo at Cincinnati. The Bengals catching 1.5. We won't need the points. Joe Burrow reminds me more and more of one of my idols, Joe Montana, each passing week. Burrow won't turn the ball over. Josh Allen will. Look for Jamar Chase. A big play at the end of the game. Cincinnati wins by 3. Wins outright. We won't need the points. And that's winner number 3. And a little back pocket play. Look out for the Cleveland Browns. +2 at Washington. We're going to ride old Deshaun Watson. Those are your winners and pros picks. We'll see you next time. A special thank you to everyone who made this show possible today. Look here. We avoided the shutout. Episode 1's in the books. Happy New Year to everyone. And as we always say, until next time,
have a big time.